Hey guys, it's Kelsey. Today I thought I would film a little tutorial on my everyday makeup routine. I don't wear makeup every day, but if I'm going to, this is normally what I would do. And if there's any products that I forget to mention, I will have everything listed in the description box down below. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pin my hair back. So now that we have our hair all clipped back, I'm going to go in with some primer. And primer is one of those things that I'm like, does it actually do anything? I'm not sure. But I have been using this one lately. It's the MERCIER Radiance primer. And I mean, I think I like it, but I'm not saying it's a groundbreaking product by any means. Then for foundation, I do mix two different foundations. I normally mix the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation and the LANCôME foundation. So I do 1 pump of each. The Kat Von D is a pretty thick, full coverage foundation, whereas the LANCôME is a lot thinner and a softer finish. So I think that they mix really well together in giving you a nice coverage, but also a good, soft, natural skin looking finish. I'm just going to dab this all over the face. Might be a little bit off on the color right now because I did recently self-tan, but we'll make it work. And I'm just going like this and look like a bit of an alien for a second. And then we blend it in with our damp beauty blender. Alright, so now that we've made sure our foundation is all blended in, we're going to go in with some under eye concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I'm just going to put some on the under eyes and a little bit lower just to do a little bit of brightening. I feel like I could have one shade lighter even of the concealer because it's pretty close to my foundation color. I'm just going to blend this out with the beauty blender. Okay, so now that I'm looking as white as a sheet, we're going to set that under eye concealer and then bring some color back to our face. So we're just going to dip that damp beauty blender into the MERCIER translucent setting powder and just put a little bit on the under eyes. Not too heavy, or else I find that it creates some creasing for me. So we're just going to set it dry and leave it be. And then since my foundation is quite a bit lighter than my body right now, I'm going to bring some color into my face with the Anastasia cream contour kit. So I'm going to grab a small flat little foundation brush and we're going to dip in, and this is going to look crazy at first, but we're going to just kind of contour slash bronze our face. And again, I definitely don't do this every day, but if you're feeling extra, go for it, honey. We don't judge. And I'm just going to even use some of this on the sides of my nose as kind of like a nose contour, but it also just adds more color to the face. And now that I am looking like a wonderful exotic bug, we're going to blend that in with our beauty blender. And since this one's being a little bit stubborn to blend in today, I'm going to go in with a little buffer brush, the Morphe M173, and just making sure we don't have any harsh lines. Just buffing out those edges.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend?
Okay, so now that that's looking a little bit better, I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of a powder bronzer. Yeah, I know it's kind of a lot. So I'm going in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer and a MAC 168. And we're just going to buff around the forehead again. Get even more color into our face. And I like to bring it over the eyebrows and the eyelids. Kind of give that more natural sun-kissed look.
Oh my god, yeah. She still think it's odd, yeah. I got all these fans, she's the only one I want, yeah. Impress me with your mind, I might turn you to a mom, yeah. You might get a pension if you work it for me long, yeah. It's gonna be a long, yeah. I don't know how they get like that. Recognize my wrongs and get them fixed like that. Through my city with my people all
and then I like to go in on my eyes with a large fluffy blending brush. I'm using the Morphe and Jeffree Star collaboration, the JS5, and just dipping into that same Hoola bronzer. I'm just going to bring some into my crease.
Notice how to love, but I gotta know that if I take you down, would you really hold me down? I'll be your best friend. She just wanna hit me with a quickie.
Alright, so now that we have some of that blended onto our eyes, we're going to go in and add some blush. I'm using the MAC blush in Warm Soul. I'm just going in with a large fluffy blush brush from Sephora. We're going to put some of this on the apples of our cheeks. I'm kind of in the mood for a lot of blush lately, so we might go a little bit heavy-handed. And I like to bring a little bit of that over the nose as well. And now that we got our blush all on, we're going to go in with a little bit of highlighter. The highlighter I've been obsessed with lately is the Dose of Colors highlighter in Fuego with the Desi and Katy collection. This is gorgeous. The packaging, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, this is just everything. Just everything. I'm going to go in with another Sephora fluffy brush. Just dip into that and put it on my cheekbones. Kind of feeling a little extra today, so I'm just going to go for it and do a little on top of the brow bone as well. Yeah. And then a little on the tip of the nose. And the Cupid's bow. And if you're feeling extra spicy, you can always go in and dip a little eyeshadow brush into the highlighter and put it on the corners of your eyes. In like the tear duct. And even a little bit on the center of the lid. We're just going for that glowy bronze look today. Having fun with it. Alright, so now it's time we go in and rescue these brows of ours. This is honestly probably the most time-consuming part of my entire makeup routine, so I'm going to fast forward through this. But I do use the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder in shade 1. And just going in with the angled brow brush from Anastasia, and we're just going to fill in our brows with the powder, and then I will come back to you. Alright, so that's a little before and after just with the powder. You can see they're just a little bit more filled in, a little bit more consistent with the color. And then I like to go in with the Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil and just kind of sharpen up the end tail of my brow and maybe fill in a couple little hair-like strokes in the underneath area where I have a little bit more sparseness to the hairs. And then that's with the pencil. I did fill in a little bit at the front of my brow as well. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow. Okay, so now that we got our brows all filled in, I'm gonna go in and just set them with an Anastasia clear brow gel. And I do like to brush them kind of straight up. I do really like a fluffy, big brow. I know not everyone does, but it is the style that I like, so that's what we're going for today. Alright, so those are the finished brows. Pretty big and fluffy, but I really like them and I feel like they frame my face pretty well. So next I'm going to go in and curl my lashes and add some mascara. And we're going to use the Marc Jacobs mascara in black. I do often use the Benefit They're Real mascara in brown as well, which I think is really nice, especially for people with light features and if you're going for like a bronzy look. But today we're just feeling extra, like I said, so we're going in with the black mascara. And I love this mascara because you don't have to put too many coats on for it to really just do its job well. And we are awake. Wow! Okay. And we're gonna put a little bit on the bottom lash line as well. Alright, so now we got some mascara on. Feeling alive and well. I have such light natural lashes that you literally can't see them before I put mascara on. So I always just feel like a different woman after I put it on. Next we can go in and put a little bit of something on our lips. I feel like lips is an area that I definitely neglect, but I love the look when I actually put some on. So I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk and just line my lips. I do have a scar underneath my lips that like really screwed around with my lip line, if you can see. So it's pretty crooked naturally, and I like to even it out with some liner. I had to get stitches when I was really young after I fell out of bed at a hotel and I smacked my chin on the nightstand. And yeah, not a good time. So I'm not complaining because I feel like it kind of makes my bottom lip like pout a little. But yeah, it's just an obstacle when it comes to lip liner. So I went ahead and put the lip liner all over my lips as well. I feel like it just really helps with the lasting power of your lip. So I'm gonna go over top of that with one of my favorite lipsticks from Bobbi Brown in Pink Buff. And that's the lip. So last but certainly not least, we're going to go in with some setting spray. My favorite lately has been the Morphe setting spray. I saw it all over YouTube. I picked it up to try it out and it honestly is amazing. I just love the mist of it because it's so fine and it's like a hairspray bottle where you can just hold it as long as you want. You don't have to squirt, squirt, squirt. And there we have the finished look. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss my next video, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Let's get a wind machine. Ooh, ah. Okay. Well, now that I just ruined this look, let's start over. Oh, I forgot. You can add a gloss if you feel extra. Do I? Oh, guys. I just added a gloss and everything got better. Dose colors, gloss in the most. Thank you, Desi and Katy. Ow! Wow! Okay, see you guys. Okay, I gotta go. I'm going crazy. Oh my god. I'm stuck. Bye.